Yo, what's going on, everyone? This is Valoramous. In today's music producer tutorial, we're going to discuss the kick and bass relationship in EDM or electronic dance music tracks. So your kick and bass relationship is actually the most important relationship in EDM tracks, because if that kick and bass are not working together and working properly or optimally, the entire track could sound like crap. And so there are various effects and plugins and settings that you should implement as a producer in order to get this kick and bass relationship sounding right. So we're gonna hop into Logic Pro, which is my digital audio workstation of choice, and I'm gonna show you my method for utilizing equalization, for utilizing sidechain, and for utilizing overall leveling to get this kick and bass relationship right. So what's going on, everyone, and welcome to my tutorial on the kick and bass relationship for electronic dance music tracks. So the track that you have in front of you is in key of A minor and 142 BPM. It is in the loose genre of Euro dance from the 1990s with a conglomeration of EDM, but for the sake of this tutorial, you're only going to hear the kick and the bass, so the genre is not that important. But the kick drum maintains this forward the floor pattern right here, and I have a Eurodance top kick or punch kick, and then also a top or transient kick. And here are the frequencies of this kick. So you can see the kick is relatively high, which was kind of the standard for Eurodance back in the 90s. The kicks, they were not powerful in the low end; they were a bit higher in that frequency spectrum. And now, if we add the bass, I have a sub bass, which is this purple track, and then I have a main bass, which is a blue track. Now I'm going to unfreeze these tracks real quick. You will see the frequency spectrum for these tracks. So with the sub bass, you will want to eliminate most frequencies above 200 to maybe 140 hertz, because you're really focusing on these sub frequencies that are between 30 to about 80 to maybe 100 hertz. And then with the main bass, you are going to cut a bit of that low end. So this cut could be 75, it could be upwards of 120, it could be some in the middle, like around 100 or 95. But you're going to need to use your ears and then make the best judgment. And you could also cut some of the high end. Unless there's character in that bass, then you want to maintain that high end. But you could also have a low bass, which is the sub bass. You could have the main bass, and then you could have the high bass. But with these frequencies, it is very important that you use proper EQ on these different tracks, because too much low end is going to sound muddy in the mix. And if your track sounds muddy, then the entire track is crap. So that is the sub bass and the bass. Now, the next thing you need to apply is going to be sidechain, because you need to keep in mind that both the kick and the bass frequencies are occupying some of that low space. And when I say low space, I mean about 120 hertz. So you want to get these low frequencies of the bass out of the way so that punch kick can smack the listener in the face. So with this Kickstart plugin, which is sidechain to the Eurodance punch kick, I have it at 100%. You are going to adjust this graph, this curve, the sidechain curve, based on what you hear with your ears. So it could be over here. Most likely it'll be maybe right here or closer towards the left. And with the four on the floor type of dance music, it should be set to a quarter note or quarter bar. So when you play this track with Kickstart 2, you will see the punch kick on this graph, and then you can simply just adjust this graph based on your ears. So you can see the punch kick occupying right here. You don't want it all the way over here, because then it'll sound like the sidechain is dragging and the bass frequencies are late. If you move it too much this way, it's going to be a muddy mix. So you want this to be a little bit in the middle. About like this. So now we're going to play the track again. And you can see right there, right in the middle. You can move it a little bit, but again, use your ears, but this is the sidechain. Okay, then next is going to be the leveling. See, I have the group of the kick set to negative 5.3 decibels, and then the bass set to negative 4.2. Now, when you are monitoring both of these outputs, I'm going to go to this master channel, and then now not every element is playing right now, so now when every track is playing, I only have the kick and the bass right now, but when every track is playing, you can use these sort of spectrum frequency analyzers to ensure that you have a proper mix. And with the tonal balance control, you want this graph to be in this illuminated line right here. And if you have the kick and bass relationship set properly, this will be a nice, healthy amount of low end, but then the rest of the track will be balanced. Now, I'm not going to play the remainder of the track, but this is with your leveling. But one thing that some folks like to do is they like their kick to hit at around negative 12 decibels. So if we just have the, let's do the kick. So around negative 12, this is negative 8.4. Lower this some more, but then we're gonna have to lower the other tracks as well. Back right now. But if you set your kick to about negative 12 decibels, then your elements can build around that. So see where this individual track's hitting. It's hitting at negative 5.4. That some might be a bit loud, so we'll bring this down negative 12. And now let's see where the kick drum output is hitting. Up then a little bit. Here we go. So negative 12 is the kick drum output. And then with your ears, then when you bring in the bass, you're going to want to bring this bass around your kick drum, but still your kick should be the most prominent thing because that really is the important element. These types of EDM tracks, it's 4 to the floor, but that kick has to be occupying those low frequencies and all the other elements should be out of the way. So all the synthesizers, the other drum elements, the bass, pads, the pianos, synthesizers, the chords, etc. The effects need to be out of the way so that kick drum will. But first focus on the kick and the bass because this is going to be the origin of your groove of your track in addition to some of the other drum elements like clap and snare and the perks. Have all these tracks in the mix. This really is your groove. So you got the kick, the clap and the snare, the bass, and then the percussive elements. That's your groove. But start with the kick and the bass. Those are the most important 2 elements of the track. Use equalization to eliminate the very low frequencies below about 100 to 120 hertz in the bass, maybe far down as 80 hertz. Make sure you get the sub bass, the sub frequencies definitely out of the way. So another thing you could do with the bass is you have the kickstart plugin, but then you could also add this Pro and B and just get rid of the sub frequencies so that you're just cleaning up that sub to get that out of the way. So when this is sidechain to the punch kick, this will do the same thing. It's ducking those low frequencies, right? So you have it. That is my tutorial on the kick and bass relationship within Logic Pro. If you have any comments, questions, tips or tricks for other viewers or subscribers of this channel, then please leave those in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next video.